Vice President J.D. Vance is facing a wave of online mockery after a joke during a speech to U.S. service members was met with an awkward silence. Vance was speaking at Naval Air Station Oceana in Virginia Beach during an event marking America's 250th anniversary celebrations on Wednesday. The visit was aimed at highlighting the Trump administration's support for American troops and veterans. Reflecting on his own time in the U.S. Marine Corps, Vance attempted to lighten the mood by joking about becoming vice president. Referring to his military rank, he said, quote, "It's pretty cool to have the commandant of the Marine Corps salute a member of the E4 Mafia." The vice president appeared to pause, expecting laughter from the audience. Instead, the room remained largely silent, creating an awkward moment that quickly went viral online.
Now here's what I want to talk about next. I want to talk about what we owe to you. You know, when I was in the Marine Corps, I spent 4 years from 03 to 07 in the United States Marine Corps. And I'll say this to the other Marines, there are a lot of reasons why I wanted this job. But one of the reasons why I wanted this job is because it's pretty cool to have the Commandant of the Marine Corps have to salute a member of the E4 Mafia. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Social media users were quick to pile on, with many ridiculing both the joke and its reception. One user wrote, quote, "There's so much wrong with him it could fill an abnormal psychology textbook." Another quipped, quote, "Please make comedy illegal again." A third joked that Vance should give up politics and try stand-up comedy instead, while another wrote, quote, "He's the only one dumb enough to laugh at his own jokes." Others questioned his stage presence, with one user saying, quote, "I've seen old man A's with more charisma." Another added, quote, "That room has seen combat, and somehow that was more painful." The failed joke wasn't the only moment drawing attention from the speech. During the same address, Vance launched into criticism of former President Joe Biden, delivering remarks that several social media users claimed sounded strikingly similar to Donald Trump's speaking style. The moment fueled fresh debate online, with critics accusing the vice president of trying too hard to imitate the president's mannerisms while attacking Biden.
It's amazing to be here. You know what I'm thinking as I'm coming down the steps is don't fall and bust your ass in front of all of you and in front of all these cameras, because they would never let me live that one down. You know, the previous president, I'm trying to be nonpartisan. You ever seen these old cartoons where you've got the angel on the shoulder and the devil on the shoulder? Well, because I'm speaking to all of you, our great patriots and service members, I've got the angel on my shoulder saying, JD, don't be partisan. We're gonna make this nonpartisan. And then I've got the devil on my shoulder who wants to talk about every time that Joe Biden fell up or down the stairs. And the media didn't care about that, but if I did it one time, it would be a major, major story.
And this isn't the first time one of Vance's attempts at humor has backfired. Watch another viral moment when the vice president jokingly referred to Sean Diddy Combs as, quote, "a great Christian theologian," sparking yet another wave of criticism online. Vice President J.D. Vance is facing fresh online mockery after an awkward joke about Sean Diddy Combs backfired during a discussion about his new book, Communion: Finding My Way Back to Faith. Vance was speaking at the Richard Nixon Presidential Library during a candid conversation about the issues shaping America's future on June 25th, when he was asked about a chapter titled More Money, More Problems in his new book. Instead of offering a straightforward answer, Vance reached for a joke, and it immediately went sideways. Vance said, quote, "That's the wisdom of the great Christian theologian P. Diddy." He then quickly caught himself and added, quote, "who, as we found out over the last couple of years, is very much not a Christian or a theologian." The audience laughed, but online, not everyone found it funny. Realizing the joke could come back to haunt him, Vance even joked about himself. He said, quote, "I'm going to get in trouble for all kinds of things. That will be in an attack ad at some point in the future." Within minutes, clips of the moment were spreading across social media, with critics accusing the vice president of another awkward moment. One user wrote, quote, "JD is neither clever nor funny as he thinks he is." Another commented, quote, "Bro can't get more awkward, so uncomfortable in his own skin." The backlash also reignited discussions surrounding Sean Diddy Combs, whose legal troubles have dominated headlines over the past year. Sean Diddy Combs was sentenced in October 2025 for 4 years and 2 months in federal prison for transporting people across state lines for sexual encounters, bringing a dramatic end to one of the biggest celebrity criminal cases in recent memory. For critics, Vance's attempt at humor landed at exactly the wrong moment. And interestingly, this isn't the first time someone connected to the Trump administration has sparked headlines over a questionable religious reference. Earlier, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth went viral after appearing to quote what many pointed out was actually dialogue from the movie Pulp Fiction while presenting it as a Bible verse. What happens when a Pentagon sermon sounds more like a movie scene? Because that's exactly what people are saying after Pete Hegseth delivered a prayer on April 15 this year that wasn't from the Bible at all. Instead, it appears to have been lifted from a cult classic film. During the sermon, Hegseth spoke lines about the path of a downed aviator being surrounded by, quote, "the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men," then continued,
"This prayer was recited by Sandy 1, which is one of the Sandys, to all Sandys, all those A-10 crews, prior to all CSAR missions, but especially this CSAR mission that happened in real time. They call it CSAR 2517, which I think is meant to reflect Ezekiel 2517. So the prayer is CSAR 2517, and it reads, and pray with me, please. The path of the downed aviator is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of camaraderie and duty, shepherd the lost through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to capture and destroy my brother. And you will know my call sign is Sandy 1 when I lay my vengeance upon thee."
They were lines adapted from the film Pulp Fiction, written by Quentin Tarantino and Roger Avary. In the movie, the speech is delivered by Samuel L. Jackson right before a violent scene, with the character claiming it comes from the Bible, specifically Ezekiel 25:17. But in reality, it's largely fictional, which means a moment meant to be spiritual quickly turned into a viral talking point. One user wrote, quote, "Coming from the same administration that told the Pope to stay out of politics, this feels like an SNL skit." Another mocked the moment, saying, quote, "A Pulp Fiction Bible verse at the Pentagon? Like no one would notice? This is a clown show." And one comment went even further, taking aim at religious credibility itself.